We recently had a chance to visit the cruise port of Kotor in Montenegro. I'm a little embarrassed to say we were not looking forward to this port because we had never heard of it. It was tucked in with many well-known stops on our itinerary, so it was very much overlooked. I'm very happy to report that we were blown away by it. In this video, we will go over all the things we learned and now love about this amazing port in the Adriatic Sea. The first thing we loved was the scenery. Cruising in and out of this port are perfect examples of why we recommend balconies on cruises. We thoroughly enjoyed sitting out on our balcony and watching the ship wind through the mountainous country surrounding the Bay of Kotor, wondering how the ship was going to navigate the narrow passages and what would be around the next corner. At times you could see old forts, and you could even see the church Our Lady of the Rocks, which sits on a man-made island and can be visited on an excursion. The next thing we loved was wandering through the old town and simply getting lost in its centuries-old alleys. The old town is a walled-off part of the city surrounded by a moat. You can actually climb up and walk along the old walls and take in some of the awesome views of the city surrounding the mountains and Bay of Kotor. As soon as you walk through the main gate, you see a large clock. Beyond that, there are loads of shops, bars, restaurants, you name it here. Many of the shops have local artist products like really cool lamps, Christmas decorations, gemstones, and of course we even found a shop completely dedicated to cats. If you're a cat person, you're in luck. Not only is there a cat museum here, but there are a lot of strays wandering around. The local shopkeeper shared with us that a group of the people who live and work here actually take care of the strays and take them to local veterinarians to have them vaccinated, spayed, and neutered. There are multiple old churches within the walls of the old city you can visit. You will need to check the visiting hours if you want to go into the churches. We only had time to explore one of the churches, but even though it was small, we loved it. It was the first time our girls had seen relics on display. And of course, the art on the walls was amazing. The next thing we had an opportunity to do was to climb the extremely steep and long trail to the castle of San Giovanni. This is not for everyone, and you will need to make sure you're up on your cardio. It is 1,200 meters to the top of the hill of St. John. There are 1,350 steps for those of you who don't pass out on the trail and lose count. It dates back to 532 when Byzantine Emperor Justinian I had the fort built. Over the years, it has been under the control of the Venetians, Russians, and French. It was occupied and bombed by the British Navy in World War II, but nowadays, it's very much in ruins. It does offer some of the most breathtaking views of Kotor, though, if you do manage to make it to the top. After that climb, you're going to be ready for some hydration and maybe some food fuel. There are plenty of options within the city. We stopped by a local cafe for a snack and liquids. I'm not sure what beer I was drinking, something local, but it may have been the best beer I ever drank. Or it could have been the dehydration from a 92-degree day, and the fact I could only feel pain in my legs. Either way, the ice cream from one of the many vendors helped us regain enough energy to make it back to the ship. This is not a port that is on a lot of people's radar or bucket list, but it definitely should be. If you have a chance to visit this enchanting town, don't pass it up. There are surprisingly a lot of things to do here. You could spend a whole day in the old town and still feel like you haven't even scratched the surface. The people we talked to who did excursions were equally as impressed with their experience here, so don't be surprised if it is a location you'll want to visit multiple times. Thanks for checking out this episode of 5-Minute Review. If we've inspired you to travel and you're not already working with a travel professional, consider giving our team of experienced consultants an opportunity to help you plan your next great adventure. If you enjoy our videos, give us a like below and make sure to subscribe so you can keep up with our latest content. Until we see you again, travel and be well.